Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Purely Platonic Podcast with me, Cav.
And me, Abbie.
Oh, yes. What
We
an
definitely haven't recorded this on the same day that we did episode 3.
What are you talking about? I always wear this outfit.
In fairness, this is the same outfit that I wore when we went to the studio.
Great. Oh, we didn't talk about the studio.
We didn't talk about the studio.
We went to a studio. So anyway, today's episode. We went
Promo
to,
stuff.
We went to a studio. Really weird, actually. I saw this competition on Instagram, literally just a random post on Instagram.
Yeah.
That was like, win a day in our studio. There's this company called G6 Studios in Manchester.
Like a G6.
Thanks for that. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. Shout out to them, G6. I entered this competition. Literally, all I had to do was like an Instagram post, follow an account, and then I went on this like Google form and said what I was going to do with the studio. That was it. Thought nothing of it. About a week later, I get a phone call.
Ring, ring.
You won a day in our professional film and video and photo studio. And so I went.
Yeah.
Took you.
Yeah.
Got some cards, threw them around quite a lot.
A lot. We picked up
We picked up so many cards. Basically, I had this like deck of cards I was going to promote, and we filmed.
We did.
And photoed.
Yeah.
Me.
It was
with
really
cards.
fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the studio was just
mad, wasn't it?
insane.
Mad.
Like,
When you first
absolutely
walked in,
huge.
the setup was like this infinity wall, they
Yeah.
call it. So it's
Yeah.
just like this big curved white wall. You know when you get in like video and photo things where it's like infinite white background. It was one of those. And your eyes just
it was
couldn't
so
focus
strange.
on it. It was like
Oh,
looking into
so
the void.
strange.
It was like, whoa, I can't see where it is. It's really weird. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Had a great day.
It was ace.
Fantastic. Yeah, so that was what we did.
Yeah.
What have you been up to since we last recorded an episode then, on all the many time that has passed?
I had some lunch. I went for a wee.
How was that?
It's really good.
Great.
Moving on.
Today we are going to be Agony Aunt and Uncle,
Yes, we are.
which hopefully will be like a recurring series. I want
I
that to
think
be a
so.
series.
Yeah.
Where we
yeah.
answer the problems of the internet and give our opinions.
Yep.
What I will actually do on our Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and on YouTube or wherever, if I can link it on Spotify as well, I will. I'll put a little Google form
Yes.
where you can submit your own questions,
That would be
problems,
ace. Yeah.
something you want help with. Make it funny, make it entertaining, make it juicy. I want
Juicy. We
I
want
want to squeeze it
juicy.
so much. I want the juice to come pouring out for us to drink
Send
up on this
help.
podcast.
Oh my god.
I've just put everyone off.
Everyone
entering
has just gone,
something
no,
in.
thank you.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah, send them in, and maybe the second episode we'll be reacting to
Yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
you
definitely.
need help with,
Yeah.
and it'll be good. So today we have Reddit
Yeah, we do.
as our.
We have Am I the
source.
asshole if?
Am I the asshole?
Am I the
I
asshole?
feel like British people just can't say asshole.
Asshole.
Doesn't
Arsehole.
sound right, does it? It's arsehole for
Arsehole.
us.
Yeah.
Asshole.
But we wouldn't say that, I don't think. We would say like, am I the dickhead?
Am I the dickhead?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Am
is
I
what.
the dick?
All right, that's what we'll call it.
Am I the dickhead?
yeah, so we'll read the stories. I found some, you found
Yeah.
some. We've not read
No,
them.
we haven't.
I've read like the first bit of the ones I
Yeah,
found, but then
yeah.
I'd want to hold back before the juiciness kicks in. So we don't fully know what they're going to
Yeah.
say.
And we want to be able to answer
The
if they are the dick. You know, we
Yes.
want to be like, yeah, you are the dick.
I
or,
think we
no,
have to come to a conclusion.
You're not the dick.
Yeah. Dickhead or no dick. It's like
Dickhead
poor
or no
man's
dickhead.
deal
Yeah.
or no deal.
Dickhead or no dickhead. We should get paddles.
We should get
Merch.
paddles. Yes. Why is that so exciting? We should get paddles.
We should get paddles.
Oh my god.
I think we should. That would
I
be
think
ace.
we definitely
Let's
should.
do it. Next time, we'll have paddles.
There'll be paddles.
There'll
We'll
be
be in a
paddles.
fully we'll
Full
be in a
fudge-
studio.
Yeah, game
like,
show
all the
studio.
boxes.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-doo.
Dickhead or no dickhead. First contestant.
And we'll get Richard Branson.
Richard
Is that not
Branson.
who does it?
Richard Branson.
Is it not the Virgin Media man who does it?
They look somewhat similar now you mention it, but it's not Richard Branson.
Is it not?
It's Noel Edmonds. Richard, yeah, he takes time off being a billionaire to host a game show on Channel
Noel
4.
who?
Noel
Edmonds.
Edmonds.
versus
versus Richard. Like it's a boxing match. That's our first
They look
topic.
the same.
Who would win in a fight? Richard Branson or Noel Edmonds? They look similar. I'll give you that. They've both got similar. Yeah, they've both got similar hair. There'll be
This
pictures on
person
screen.
has put oh, what's his bloody name? I should know his name. Kenneth Branagh next to him.
Branagh. Yeah, also, I see that. Yeah, I see that.
I'm
as
sorry,
well.
they are basically the same human being. They are literally
Oh my
the
gosh,
same.
they
So
actually
you can
are.
see how I got that confused. Anyway,
Oh
I'm
my
really
God,
sorry.
I love that. Anyway, do you want to kick off with
Yes,
the first?
please, I would.
Am I the dickhead?
Okay.
I can't get over that.
So
Richard
my first.
Branson hosting Deal or No
I'm
Deal.
sorry.
Go on.
So my first one is: am I the dickhead for blocking my stepdaughter after she made a scene at my engagement party? Last weekend, my fiance and I had an engagement party for all the people who can't come to our intimate, in brackets, wedding. Before this relationship, I was married to another lovely woman who I'd been with for nearly 10 years
Is this a
before her
man
passing.
who's reading this?
Yeah.
Okay.
She had 2 kids, I guess, so we can go with... So they've called them Eve and Tom,
Okay.
whom I had a great relationship with. After her passing, though, I was completely broken.
Oh.
I obviously wasn't the only one, though, so I had to be strong and that rock for the kids. 23 male and 19 female at the time.
I feel like we've had a massive tonal shift here.
Sorry.
We're going from
Yeah.
laughter to, oh dear, this is actually starting
Yeah.
off quite depressing.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Until a little after the funeral. After that period passed, I took some time for myself. I was empty and needed to find some fulfillment, so I quit my job and selfishly but rightfully took 3 years off to travel Africa, Asia and Eastern Europe for almost 3 years. It wasn't a glamorous excursion and more spiritual, so there were long stretches of time where there was no communication with anyone.
Right.
The point, though, is during this period of time, the kids and I naturally drifted apart. I came back dating my current fiance, whom I met on the journey, and that also didn't help with our relationships. Tom and I aren't as close as we were, excuse me, hiccup, but we regularly update and check up on one another. Eve and I's relationship dwindled to just birthday wishes.
Okay.
So Eve heard of this party and asked if
Eve's
she could
the
come.
stepdaughter.
Eve is the stepdaughter.
Okay, got it.
Thinking she'd finally come around, I was ecstatic and I even organised her plane ticket and hotel room. The party happened, everyone is having a nice time, and then Eve asks to take the mic. She then talks about some memories and she recalled from her childhood and when they went to the kids, 7 female and 9 female, and told them they were lucky to have me for as long as their mother doesn't die or I'll just fuck off and abandon them too.
Oh.
She then went on a small rant insulting me before I managed to remove the mic from her and asked her to leave. She left and the party kind of awkwardly continued.
Oh my god.
I felt like she came solely with malicious intent to sabotage everything and all of it was unnecessary, so I blocked her on everything and asked my fiancé to do the same. My sister believes blocking her is too far and I should reach out. I can see where she's coming from, but I also equally feel like I've reached enough to grab the stars over the years and this was too far. Am I the dickhead?
Oh my god, what a juicy one to kick
Yeah.
off with. I don't want to jump the gun too much.
No.
But not the dickhead, right? Sure, I mean, you don't
Yeah,
agree?
no,
Like-
not the
Oh,
dickhead.
okay, good.
It's quite. It's hard, isn't it? Because the question is he the dickhead for blocking her?
Right,
That's
okay,
like-
okay, that's the point of
He's not the dickhead in the
contention.
situation. Of
No,
because you know people move on naturally. Clearly,
Yeah.
it'd been like 3 years since his wife had died. Obviously, it's their mum, so it's
no.
hard.
Yeah.
Like I do get that, but the fact that she went to, I'm assuming when she went to the children, she went to his new fiance's kids and was
that's
like,
what I'm thinking as well. That,
lucky to
yeah.
have you.
It wasn't fully explained, but yeah, I think it's her, like, I was going to say current kids. That sounds weird. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, the
his
kids
new
from the,
like step.
yeah, from the current relationship.
yeah,
Taking the mic at an engagement party and doing that, though,
yeah.
they are the dickhead. I don't care what anyone says. Like, that is not
Yeah.
good. If you have an issue, you don't do it publicly in front of
No.
everyone. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine?
Mental.
Have you ever had anything weird happen at a wedding? How many? What's your
Gosh.
wedding experience?
I've not
Have you...
really been to many
No,
weddings.
I was going to say, like, there's not been
No,
weddings in your family or anything,
not
has there?
really, because we're quite a small family.
It always happens in like TV shows and movies where something crazy happens at a wedding, but I feel like
Yeah.
that doesn't not. But that actually has happened, obviously.
Yeah, the last wedding ceremony I went to, I sang at because I
Wow.
had a period of time where I was doing quite a lot of wedding singing.
Yeah.
And so that's the last time, and nothing crazy. I tell you, the only thing was I was at my neighbour's daughter's wedding, and I was singing.
Neighbour's daughter.
Yeah, neighbour's daughter, and I was singing at her wedding.
Right.
And Joe Lycett was there
Oh wow.
at the ceremony. I think was a friend of the groom. And took a photo. He was wearing the most amazing rainbow sparkly jacket. He looked phenomenal.
I can
Joe
imagine.
Lycett, legend. Took a photo in front of the altar, like really posy, peace sign, the lot. And I watched him take this photo because I was packing away the piano and stuff with my mum. And watched him take this photo. And I was like, oh my God, that's Joe Lycett. Joe Lycett's just heard me sing. Mental. Anyway,
Wow.
on Instagram later that night, he posts that photo and said, I made Jesus come again. Legend.
Amazing.
Legend.
Amazing.
I was like,
That's
I
Joe
witnessed
Lycett
that
all over.
moment. I witnessed that moment being created. And I felt so honoured. So actually, that's the weirdest
Yeah,
thing that's happened to
cool.
me at a wedding.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I was performing magic. I'm a magician.
Ooh.
I was performing magic at a wedding once,
Yeah.
and I would never like speak ill of a client or anything like
No,
that.
not at all.
But this was not the client's fault, so I feel like
okay.
I can say it. There was
Yeah.
a guest at this wedding
Oh no.
who was basically trying to make the wedding about them.
Ugh.
You know, super
Hate that.
loud, going from
Hate
table
that.
to table, just like, and you could tell everyone else at the wedding did
like
not
them.
like this person. They were causing a right scene, and obviously the magician. I feel like some people, a magician it's like challenging them a little bit. Some people think it's like,
Yes.
oh, you're showing me something I don't know how it's done.
I'm gonna prove how you've done it. Like,
It's like a sort of IQ test
Yeah.
rather than just like entertainment
Yeah.
for them. And yeah, obviously this person did not enjoy not knowing how magic was done and was, you know, proudly, of course I know how this is done, I know how this is done, and they didn't, quite clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the most sort of awkward thing I've experienced of like one person really can put a dampener on the
Oh,
event.
100%.
And yeah, you've got to be careful who you invite.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a wedding; it was an engagement party. So
Yeah.
know
My
if that's
my
better or not.
partner is a wedding videographer. That's what he
Yeah.
does. That's his job, is wedding videos. So I imagine he probably has quite a few stories.
Yeah.
I haven't really asked
Yeah.
him, like occasionally.
We should get him on as a guest if
Oh
he'd
my
be up
God.
for it.
Yeah,
That'd be
why
great.
not? Why not?
So no, they're not the dickhead.
No, I don't think they are
aren't
the dickhead.
the
I
dickhead
think
at all.
distancing from that definitely is.
I think the block feature is there for a reason, and I think if that's not
Yeah.
a reason to use it, then I don't know what is. I think that's
I think
like
that.
yes,
but
it's
also
family. I'd say keep them blocked for a while.
a little bit, yeah, and then have a conversation.
Yeah.
And if they refuse to apologise, or if they refuse to see what they've done is wrong,
I don't think cutting people out of your life is necessarily a bad thing always.
No.
I think sometimes it's an option for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think very occasionally you should take it if people are not contributing positively to your life and they're
Yeah.
actively making you upset. And
I don't know. I'm now thinking like from her perspective.
Oh, go
though,
on.
Like he was married to their mum for 10 years,
yeah,
and then suddenly after she died, gone for 3 years, nothing. But then he said that he was still in contact with Tom, the boy, and was like checking how they were and stuff.
I think Eve the stepdaughter again?
Eve is
I
the
keep forgetting. I
stepdaughter,
think
yeah.
Eve needs to be the one to reach out and apologise.
Yeah.
I think that's the way round it needs to be.
I think it's been a weird like miscommunication of
Definitely.
a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shall I
Ooh.
read another?
Yeah, please
That
do.
was a good one
Good
though. That was a
starter, though.
good one to kick
Well,
us off with.
hey.
I've gone down a slightly different route
That's fine.
for my
No, that's
first
good.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to read the. Well, actually, I will read the title because it's kind
Okay.
of given away in the first line anyway. Am I the asshole? Am I the dickhead
Yeah.
for allowing my child to ride their pony to school. So,
Oh my god!
yeah, again, different sort of thing, but this is really
That's
interesting.
so interesting.
They are a 36 female. Their child is 7 female.
7?
7 years old.
Okay.
They're riding their pony to school. Anyway, my child asked if she could ride her pony to school last week. For context, obviously they have to give context because immediately that first sentence raises a lot of questions. So for context, we have a small paddock attached to our home. Of course you do, like everyone.
As you do.
Where we keep 2 small horses, it says. So are they ponies or not? I don't know. One for me and one for my child. Every morning before school, my child gets all of her pony chores done. What a great...
Blinking Harry.
What a great
Every
sentence.
morning before school.
What pony chores are there? What's a pony chore?
I'm assuming it doesn't mean like mucking out the horse, because that would take a
Before
while.
school.
Before school.
Do
The
it
poor
after
kid gets
school.
there and he's like, Miss, I'm knackered.
Well, they're pony chores. It doesn't elaborate
Maybe
on
it's
that.
like feeding and just
Brushing
saying hello,
and
I guess.
yeah. All that done
She's
before
only
school.
7, so she can't be doing loads, can she?
Before we leave and normally walk to school, which takes around 20 minutes. We live on the outskirts of a fairly populated city where it's not uncommon to see horses occasionally. I'd love to know where this city is.
Yeah.
But we are by no means in a rural village. Okay. I agreed to let my daughter ride her pony to school because I thought it was a harmless, fun thing to do. And also, it gives the pony some exercise, as we had evening plans and wouldn't be riding that evening. We arrived at the school gates. Can you imagine?
Oh, there's Kelly on her horse. What?
Pulling up. Why am I saying pulling up? On a pony. That is ridiculous. Anyway, they pull up
my
at the school
Lord.
gates. Put the brakes on. I've lost where I am in the story
hilarious.
now.
Oh my God.
Arrived at the school gates and, of course, gathered a little bit of a crowd, which wasn't a problem. The pony is very good and lapped up all the pats and strokes from kids.
Aw.
One girl came bounding over from the year above
Horsey!
and started shouting at me, saying she wanted to ride. I politely told her she couldn't because she
I
doesn't.
politely told her to fuck off.
Fuck you, little child. You don't have a riding hat. And you would have to learn on a safer horse. I have a question at this point.
Go on.
Are horses and ponies the same thing? Because in this story, they're being used interchangeably, and I'm sure they're different animals. So
I think they are the same. I thought that a pony was just a younger horse.
oh, I thought a pony was an entirely different. I thought it was a different species. I'll be honest, I really
Google is
did.
your friend, no matter what you need. Do you remember that? AV-Bite from
No.
YouTube many, many years ago. They don't exist anymore.
No.
They wrote spoof songs based on things. So there was a Google the musical, Facebook the musical, Twitter the musical.
Possibly have.
Oh
yeah,
my
I possibly have
God,
seen that. That's
they were
OG
amazing.
YouTube. That.
Google is
Yeah,
your friend.
pony versus
Are
horse.
Ponies and horses the same? A pony is a small horse
Oh,
measuring less than 4 feet tall.
you learn something new every day. I
Both
didn't know
horses
that.
and ponies are of the same species and come from exactly the same family tree. So
Wow.
a pony is just a small horse.
I'm completely wrong. They're the same species. Okay, clearly this person knows. I don't know why I didn't trust them. They own a paddock next to their house. They should know. So her mum looked at me with disgust. Oh, I've skipped a bit. I was going to say, that's a quite...
I want to ride a horse. Disgust.
No, I've skipped the fact that the daughter immediately started crying hysterically, pleading with her mum, saying that they wanted to ride.
Lord.
Then the mum looked at me with disgust and said, "See, this is what happens when you have no self-awareness and bring a fucking horse to school." That is a direct quote from the story. And
Jesus.
stormed off, dragging their kid with her. I was a bit taken aback, but ignored this and sent my child into school and walked the pony home. I was talking to my friend this weekend, and she said that I was in fact the problem, and I was blatantly showing off and should have known that this would cause upset and problems. My response is, I turn up to the school gates in jodhpurs? What are jodhpurs?
Okay, Jod.
J-O-D.
Sorry, River Song. I'm going to wear lots of jodhpurs.
Jodhpurs?
Yeah, they're what you wear for riding. They're like leggings that you wear for riding, and
know
they
what?
make your arse look phenomenal.
I have always thought that line was, I'm going to wear lots of jumpers. And I never got
She's
it.
Just
I
right,
never,
for
ever
context, if
got
you've never watched Doctor Who,
Yeah.
River Song, Alex Kingston, absolutely stunning human being, has just regenerated and become Alex Kingston. She walks out of the room, looks in the mirror, and then walks back into the room and goes, I'm going to wear lots of jodhpurs, because she's saying, I've got a fantastic arse. I'm going to show it off.
Right, I never got that line because I always thought it was
Wow.
jumpers.
I'm gonna wear lots of jumpers.
And I was like, I don't get it, but a lot of the things she says don't make sense, so I kind of
no.
I kind of accepted it. Anyway,
That's so funny.
jodhpurs.
Jodhpurs,
And
yes.
boots, they've said. They're going to... so I'll just start that sentence again.
Go on, please.
My response is, I turn up to the school gates in jodhpurs and boots regularly, so everyone knows I have horses. Is that showing off too? Bit different. You're not turning up with an actual horse, but okay. All I wanted to do is let my daughter do something silly and fun. Now I'm really overthinking it and almost feel nervous to do school drop-offs tomorrow. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter ride her horse to school? What an interesting one. I didn't think it would be that juicy,
Complex,
but
yeah.
there's parent beef saying that's what happens
Honestly,
when you bring a
parent
fucking
beef-
horse to school.
Parent beef is real.
At the school gates, that's where the drama is. Someone needs to write a drama at the school gates.
Oh my god, that would be
Because there's so much that goes down.
Sitcom at the school gates.
Yeah.
That would be bloody
I think
brilliant.
especially at like a posh school where
Yes.
occasionally people turn up with horses. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
would be so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a good idea. Don't put that in, people will nick it.
are they the dickhead?
I don't think they are. Because I don't know. Just because the only reason why she's asking this question is because that one child was like, I want to ride a horse. She said no, and the child kicked off.
Yeah.
And instead of the parent being like, don't be silly, Susie, of course you can't ride a bloody horse, she's gone, it's your fault for making my child cry because you brought a horse to school. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it being, oh, silly children, like an adult would never say, for example, if you came to school in a Porsche or a Ferrari and one of the dads or whatever was like, oh, can I drive your car? And the other person was like, no, you can't, because it's my car. They're not going to be like, well, don't bring your Ferrari to school because I want to ride it.
I don't know. I think
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a bit different. If your car is a Ferrari, I think it's more... It's just what's socially acceptable, isn't it? It's more socially acceptable to drive to school than allow your daughter to...
It's more socially normal. I don't know whether it's... I don't know.
What if the horse did a shit
poo?
on the kid's head or so, you know?
Well, that's the kid's fault for being stood underneath a horse.
Yeah, that's true. Don't never stand at the back of a horse. You might get kicked or crapped on.
I think... I guess if you want to do it, you just drop your child off the horse. Not drop the child off the horse.
You drop kick your
As in,
child.
you get the child, you take the child off the horse and then let the child walk into school just a little bit round the corner or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm
no,
a bit
I
like,
don't think they are the dickheads.
life is
no.
fun, you know. You should be able to ride your horse to school. I'd love, like, imagine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you know
fair
what I
enough.
mean? It's like the equivalent of, oh, can we take the dog on the school run? And they'll be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mummy, I want a dog. And it's like, this is your fault for bringing a dog to school.
Yeah,
Now my
yeah.
child wants a dog.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, fair enough. I
Do
don't
you know
think they
what I
are.
mean?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they
I
are
think
the
they
arsehole.
need to understand that it's very privileged and
It
that
is
maybe some
privileged,
people
yeah.
will turn their nose up at it and
be
go,
like,
"Come
we
on."
can't afford a horse. Why are you bringing your
Yeah,
horse to school?
but at the same time, if you've got a horse, you may as well.
ride it.
Yeah.
And especially because you didn't have chance to ride it in the evening. And,
Yeah.
you know, there were lots of factors that went into it. I don't think you should be penalised for doing something fun for your kid. Your
No.
kid will always remember riding their horse to school.
Yeah.
I went to school once in primary school in a van. My dad had somehow got a van for the company he was working at the time. And I loved going to school in the van. I think it only happened about 3 times, but I remember
it, yeah.
loving going to school in the van because it does make you feel a bit special.
Yeah.
Not every kid arrives in a van to school. Not every kid rides a horse to school.
I would like to offer a public apology to my nan
Oh,
because when she picked me up from school once,
yeah.
I instructed her to park a few streets away so that
Oh,
people didn't see her
Cavan.
car.
Oh,
And
Cavan.
I'd just like to say, looking back, that's actually really horrible. It wasn't the coolest car in the world, but I should have just realised that life's too short for that. So I'm sorry if you're listening.
Oh, sorry,
And also, if you
Cavan's
are
nan.
listening, I'm sorry I've sworn. I'll apologise for that as well while I'm at it.
You know what? Me too. Sorry, Granny.
Yeah.
Because she will listen to this. Sorry, Granny. I
Yeah.
love you.
So yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, moving
Moving
on.
on.
I'll go with another one. I don't know which
Hit
one
me.
to go with.
A juicy one, please.
Am I the dickhead? Why are all of mine about stepchildren? Sorry. Am I the dickhead for making my son's stepdad cry?
Okay, family tree time. What's a
So
son's
it's like-
stepdad?
Is if I had a kid
Yeah.
already, then married someone else, it would be me making the man cry because it's my son's stepdad. I'm assuming...
Son's? No, that'd just be your partner. Why would you say that?
I'm lying. This is a man.
Oh,
Son's stepdad.
right.
So partners.
The other
So ex-wife's new partner.
new man.
Ex-wife's new man. There you go.
Got it.
Okay, I'll be ready.
Read it again.
Am I the dickhead
Yes.
for making my son's stepdad cry?
Okay.
So partner's new man.
Partner's new man. Go for
I
it.
share custody of my two boys, 7 and 10, with their mum. She remarried a few years ago to Chris. Our custody agreement is fairly black and white and includes a right of first refusal, meaning that if me or my ex needs a sitter, then we have to ask the other parent first.
Right.
My ex and I started to get along because of our agreement. She was supposed to pick up our kids yesterday and keep them until Thanksgiving. They're obviously American. I called her to go over their schedule for next week, and she said she was going out of town for business and would be back on Monday.
Right.
I asked when she was going to tell me that, and she said, calm down. Sorry, that just
Good
really-
answer.
She said, calm down. She said Chris was going to be home and had planned a surprise trip to Dave and Buster's with our kids.
Dave and Buster's.
I have no idea.
That's so American.
Frankie and
That's-
Benny's,
yeah,
but make
I'm-
it American.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
Hopefully the American listeners know what the hell a Dave and
please,
Buster's
can you
is.
comment down below and
It
tell
must
us?
be like, yeah, Frankie and Benny.
what a Dave and Buster's
It must be
is.
something like that.
Yeah. But they'd Chris had surprised. Whoa. Chris had planned, there we go, a surprise trip to Dave and Buster's with our kids and a couple of friends today.
Okay.
I said, I'm not okay with you making childcare plans behind my back. You're supposed to ask me first. I said it puts me in a bad situation because if I just say, okay, then you'll do it again. Had you run it by me, then I would have been okay. I can't let it go, but as a consolation, I'll take the kids and their friends to Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
She called later and said she spoke to Chris and he cried when she said I would take the kids instead of him. She said he was really looking forward to spending time with the boys and was going through a rough time, and the boys and their friends are the only thing that makes him happy.
Oh no.
I know, how sad. I've
Oh
lost my place
no.
now.
I didn't like Chris at the start for some reason, and now I do.
Now I do like Chris.
He just,
he had
wants to, he
picked-
just wants to go to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Don't we all? Once we know what it
I
is.
know. He had picked up overtime to pay for everything and had bought my son's friends stuff like underwear and shirts from Old Navy because they need new clothes. She asked me to let Chris take them all to Dave and Buster's, plus it would look weird if I show up to pick the boys' friends and the parents were expecting Chris.
Yeah, yeah.
I said no, and I really don't want to go to Dave and Buster's.
This is difficult. This is like
Arsehole.
yeah.
Arsehole. Dickhead. Let Chris take him.
Yeah, but I can see why he doesn't. You know what I mean?
Can you?
Yeah. It's like your ex-wife's new man
Yeah.
is suddenly taking over the role of dad, and you, as the actual biological dad, are going, that's my job, and you're becoming the dad. He feels like he's being cut out of the picture. I can see it
I
from
guess
his
so.
perspective.
I guess so.
It's like, hold on, I don't know you, and you're taking my kids and doing this and that, and I can see why he's annoyed, but also it very much depends on a lot
was
of
gonna
things, doesn't it? It depends
say.
on how nice of a person Chris is for a start.
Oh, but Chris sounds
He
lovely.
sounds
The
nice.
fact that he cried that he couldn't take
yeah,
the boys
okay,
out.
let's imagine that Chris is like
I have
lovely.
sympathy. I
Yeah.
have real sympathy for the person in the step parent position, being the new partner of a
Yeah.
previously married human being
Yeah.
who has children. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I think
And
if,
trying to
yeah,
make connections with those kids and then not being allowed to by the biological dad.
Yeah, I think if Chris is a nice person, which we'll assume he is,
Yeah.
then unfortunately I do think this person is being the dickhead.
I think, especially because, like,
Well,
sounds like the
not
sons
dickhead.
were
I think
really
this is in a grey area. You know, the world isn't split into dickheads and non-dickheads. I think on this occasion, maybe he's just slightly misjudged and made the wrong decision, but...
I don't know, being like, you should have told me to the mum.
Fair.
Because, yeah, that's fine. But then not allowing... Oh, my God, hiccup. Sorry, I keep hiccuping. Not allowing Chris to do it.
Yeah.
Like, just removing that opportunity entirely.
Yeah.
After he's planned everything and taken overtime to pay for it. Like, I feel like there's a lot of effort being put into this outing.
Yeah, I think Chris is putting in the work. Yeah, and I think he deserves just this once.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how he does just this once, going to Dave and Buster's. But give Chris a chance. That's what I say.
I think give Chris a chance.
Yeah.
Justice for Chris.
Yeah, justice for Chris. Chris?
Chris? Chris for refreshment.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
think so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shall I read the next one?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole
Yes, you are.
for letting my kid ride to school on a donkey? All of mine sort of follow a bit of a pattern. No, I'm joking. Am I the asshole? This is going to be quite a quick one, I imagine, because I don't think they are. I'll just say that from the get-go.
Okay.
But it's an interesting situation.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for banning my sister and her boyfriend
Okay.
from my apartment after they had sex in my bed? Okay, so I, a 28 male, had to travel overseas for a couple of weeks for work-related reasons. My sister, who is 19, my sister's college, is nearby, and she offered to feed my cats and water my plants while I was gone. Lovely.
Nice.
I said sure, thanks, and told her she was welcome to stay there while I was gone, since she lives in a dorm.
Oh, that's nice. That's kind.
So far, heartwarming and
Yep.
wholesome. We know that it doesn't end that well. Anyway, the day after I got home, my sister was there with her boyfriend. That was fine. He always seemed like a cool guy. But one thing I noticed was that my sheets were still in my washer. I didn't think much of it. I just assumed my sister wanted to wash them since she was using my bed while she was there. Makes sense. But she tells me, sorry, my boyfriend and I were using the bed last night. That grossed me out. I don't think I'm being unreasonable to not want people screwing in my bed. My sister told me to relax and said I was being a prude. Prude American. Why is that relevant? Oh, her boyfriend is from Ireland. That makes sense. She told me I was being a prude American. She said that we, meaning Americans, stigmatize sex. This is interesting.
Oh
why
my
has it suddenly
God,
become
it's suddenly
about
become huge.
nationality? I don't know why that's relevant. So we stigmatize sex and that she washed the sheets, so it's fine. I said, no, it's not, and I told her to get out. She isn't welcome there anymore. Our mother has been reaming me via text saying I'm overreacting. Okay, so this has turned into a family feud. The mother is now involved right at the end. She's annoyed, saying, get over yourself. It's fine. Is it fine? How would you feel if that happened to you? If you were the person in this situation, how would you feel? Because it's a weird situation.
I think it is fine. She washed the sheets. It's not like when you have sex, you like permeate through the mattress.
I thought you were gonna say poo. I don't know why. The way you said it. It's not like when you have sex, you poo on the bed. I know you don't. That's right. Oh God, no, but you are right. It doesn't.
It's like a very surface level thing.
Yeah, but also we've all stayed in hotels, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm you know what I'm getting at.
Enough said.
Things have happened on the.
And
it's
also
just
things
the
have
bed, isn't
happened
it? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
You move into a new house. The
You
people
Chris in every room.
Exactly. Sure. You permeate every room. No, but you are, yeah, it's just the location. It's not, there's nothing.
No.
If you've washed the sheets.
That's the thing.
Now, the thing is,
It's a piece of wood and feathers, I don't know.
yeah, the reason this is tagged on Reddit as not the asshole, that they are right. So this is why I said
Interesting.
that this person is, because it's just literally tagged underneath in a circle, not the
Yeah.
asshole. But we're saying
Is the asshole
Is
for
the-
banning his sister
is
from
the
his
asshole,
house.
yeah? Are we wrong? Are we dirty freaks?
Dirty bastards.
Are we the weird ones here? I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, okay.
I don't think it's very polite of the sister. First,
I don't
of all.
think. Well, I don't know because he offered her to stay there.
That is true, but
Obviously-
didn't offer the boyfriend to stay there.
No, but
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I don't know actually.
I'm trying to put it into like if my cousin had sex in my bed,
Oh God, right.
I
There we
wouldn't.
go.
That wouldn't bother me though.
Does your cousin want to be mentioned in that light on
Yeah,
this public
yeah,
forum?
She won't mind. But do you know what I mean? It would be like the equivalent of your brother having sex in your bed.
I'd be a bit annoyed at that actually.
Would you?
Yeah. I would be. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be
Oh,
annoyed,
so
but
you
I
don't
would-
have this because
I
of
wouldn't ban him though. I'd
This
just
is the
say,
thing.
"Oh,
Dude,
come
don't do
on."
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Come on, really?
yeah.
Wash the sheets, fine. It's over and done with, but don't do that again." I think that'd be the extent of
Yeah,
it.
but
I
like-
wouldn't cut them out of the family
Yeah.
and give a hate speech at their wedding. You know, I would
Whoa.
to return to the other one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's not nice. It's not. I wouldn't.
But it's like the
encourage it.
equivalent of. I guess it's not, but you know, when you get a new partner, chances are they've had sex in that bed
Yeah,
with someone else.
That's true. That's true.
And vice versa in your bed, you know.
Not the dickhead.
Not the dickhead.
I think we've settled that one.
No, I think is the dickhead.
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, it is the dickhead.
She's not the
yes,
dickhead.
She's. I was thinking it was from
He
the
is
sister's
the
point of view.
dickhead.
Yeah,
For banning her.
yeah, he is. I think it's an
That's nasty,
overreaction.
yeah.
I think you'd be right to be a bit annoyed. We're not saying don't be annoyed at all.
Yeah.
You'd right to be a bit annoyed and have a bit of a conversation. Say, ask me first,
Yeah.
or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
I
But
think
she's
so.
washed the sheets.
Washed the
she's
sheets.
told you. She's come up clean and been honest about it. I think that she gets a bit of credit
That's
for
the
that
thing,
as well.
yeah, as well.
So, yeah.
Because also in that situation, you probably just would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just washing the sheets because you're back."
Yeah. Yeah.
Kudos
enough.
to her for actually telling it.
Yeah. Well done.
Anyway, right.
Hit me with another.
Okay, I've not read this, so
That's
we'll
okay.
see.
This could be bad.
Am I the dickhead for saying? I need a hiccup. I'm sorry.
Oh God, the hiccups have plagued this episode. You're okay.
Yeah, I can feel it. It's coming.
Are we really just gonna wait for you to hiccup?
No, it's gone now.
Okay.
Okay. Am I the dickhead for saying I won't attend my brother's wedding? My brother is getting married in June to a girl with a very large family. They are having all of her siblings stand up as bridesmaids and groomsmen, but not me or my husband. When asked, they said it's because I'm married. None of the bride's siblings are married, and the bridesmaids should all be single.
Is that
I
a
called-
thing? Is that a thing? I've never heard that.
Your maid of honour should be married. That's why
Really?
it's the maid of honour.
Honestly, some of these wedding traditions
Yeah.
go right over my head. I've never
Yeah.
heard that before.
Yeah, your maid of honour. Typically, like that's where it comes from. They don't really do it so much nowadays.
Yeah, sorry, but just get lost. I
Like,
hate
that's
things
why
that.
my
so
mum-
That doesn't mean anything, does it?
No.
What is that?
That's why my mum didn't have my auntie as like her sister as
Really?
her maid of
'Cause of
honour because she wasn't
tradition?
married.
I don't
You kind of
understand.
got to have
Yeah, I
a
don't
in
understand that
inverted commas
tradition.
married maid of honour, which then would typically, I guess,
Well,
assume
if that's the case, what
that
did
your
they do
bridesmaids-
at the first ever wedding? Huh? Makes you think. Makes you think. No one was married. Oh, no maid of honor. And then someone had to break that rule to begin with. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Is that
Right.
what I say? I don't know. Go on.
I have no idea. Right, I called that bullshit and
Lost
found
my
it
marbles.
incredibly rude because my brother was both the best man at my wedding and my first child's godparent. Additionally, when I got married 5 years ago, half of my bridesmaids were married. I told my mum that I might not go to the wedding because I find that incredibly rude and disrespectful. Am I the dickhead? Hang on, there's an update.
Oh.
Update. Texted my brother to see what was going on. He admitted the married thing was a lie just to try
Oh.
to bypass the situation. The truth? His fiance is mad
my
at me
God.
because I didn't go to the engagement party, which
What?
was on Mother's Day. I didn't go because I was a first-time mum of 2, and anyone with
Oh
babies
my
knows the first year
God.
is special. He, and apparently my grandma, insisted she add my family. She said no. Well, there you have it, folks.
My God. Okay, so ignoring the update for a bit, I was going to say just go to the
Just
wedding.
go to the wedding, yeah.
Just go to the wedding.
If that's the random
Yeah.
tradition they want to go by, then go by
Then
it.
just accept, all right, fine, you want to follow this tradition,
Yeah.
whatever. It's not your wedding. Don't
Yeah.
ruin it for them. They still at least want you there.
Yeah.
Whatever, fine. But
But
with
the fact that
that,
it's actually the fiance going, I don't like her.
then yeah, don't go.
Don't go.
Don't.
My God, don't
go.
put yourself in that
waste,
situation.
Don't waste your energy if you're just not going to be liked when
No.
you're there.
So I don't think, but, and same with yours, this says arsehole.
People
This
have
says
is this
dickhead.
pre-updates that
Possibly.
they've tagged? Yeah,
Possibly.
because not going to the wedding because of this tradition
Yeah,
thing
is
arsehole
Yeah,
material.
yeah.
I think you just have to go. Just get over yourself. It's fine.
Yeah.
They want to do this tradition. It's their wedding. I think you just have to go to the wedding. I think not going would be very,
Yeah.
very rude. But with the update, that changes everything.
changes it, yeah.
You're not the dickhead.
Not the
at
dickhead.
all. They're the dickhead.
Not. Yeah.
It's like, what? That's so weird, isn't it? For not going to the engagement party because
know.
it was Mother's Day and you've just become a mother. Like,
Duh.
Get
Also,
over
why
yourself.
why would you have an engagement party on Mother's Day?
yeah.
Like, why are you not with your mother? Why are you getting all those people to not be with their mothers?
yeah. Strange.
Peculiar.
Really strange.
Peculiar.
Some people are weird.
They are. They are really weird.
I've not read the thing. I'll start again. I've not read the title. I don't actually know the title because I screenshotted it and it doesn't have the title. So
Fool.
I'm going to have to make the title up based on
Oh,
what it is,
God.
right? Am I the dickhead for not wanting to give my real name at Starbucks?
Lord.
All right, so I, a 22 male, oh wow, I actually am a 22 male. I think this whole thing is ridiculous, but my girlfriend, 21, is really angry at me, so here we go. I don't like giving my real name at places like Starbucks and similar stores where they shout your name when the order's ready.
Steve.
I can't tell you why. I have a normal, reasonably common name I like fine enough, but for some reason it majorly creeps me out when a barista? No, not barrister.
If a barrister's calling your name, you're in trouble.
Calling the witness. Steve, where are you? And he's just sat there like, oh, that's not my name. When the barista shouts my name through a room full of strangers, I guess it's just some harmless quirk I have. So, whenever I'm at a store where they want to use your name, I say it's Tom. That's literally the name I use. Nothing inappropriate or outlandish, just plain Tom. I know I am meant when they... I've said that 3 times. I know...
so well.
I know I am meant when they call it, as I always use the same one. There is no confusion or anything. They yell Tom, etc. A couple of days ago, I was at Starbucks with my new girlfriend, ordered our drinks. While she sat down, I gave my fake name, as always, and the order was ready. They shouted Tom. I went and got it. My girlfriend was obviously a bit confused and asked me if I went and got someone else's order, which is fair enough. I explained the whole thing to her and thought that's that. But she got really angry. She says it's disrespectful to lie like that, and I'm making everybody in the store out to be creeps who will do something bad if they know my name, which is not at all what's happening. I just don't like it when they yell my real name, so I found a harmless way to get around that. But she can't see it like that. She thinks I'm a pathological liar who is way too suspicious of everyone, and I need to stop. I don't think I'm hurting anyone, or am I? It's really not that deep. So yeah, I am really confused by her reaction and asking myself, am I the asshole? After all, for some reason I can't comprehend.
Hashtag break the fuck up with this bitch. Pathological liar
Yeah.
for giving the different name at Starbucks.
Yeah?
She doesn't sound normal. Sorry.
I do this.
Yeah.
I do this. I
Yeah.
never say, because especially
Cavan's really hard as a name.
especially with my name.
Of.
Cavan, Aaron, Callum, Kevin, what are you saying? Like, no
Yeah.
one knows it. Even if I say Cav, it's like Kev.
Yeah.
Gav. You know what? No one knows
Nobody
no one
knows it.
knows that
Yeah,
Cavan is a
yeah,
name.
yeah.
So I do this for that reason.
Yeah.
Which I think maybe that girlfriend would
Yeah.
understand,
I
or
have a
maybe
friend
she'd
who
think
does
I
it
was a
as well.
pathological liar. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
I have a friend who does it as well, whose name, this is going to sound weird, but doesn't match their face. It makes so much
Okay.
more sense. I don't want to say I don't want to like out
Fair
the
enough,
person,
fair
you know.
enough.
But you do not expect. It's a name that doesn't necessarily match his race. Let's put it that way. So he changes it.
I see. Do you
Yeah.
do it? Have you ever done it?
I do it for fun.
Yeah.
I do it as like an acting
Yeah.
thing. I'll be like, Brenda.
My partner's dad does
Barbara.
it for fun, and yeah, again uses a different name every
Tallulah.
single time, and chooses like comedic names each time. Like the
My
most recent one
dad
I can
does
think
it.
of, he said Wallace, and after
Yeah.
that he said Gromit. You know, like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
funny
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But then sometimes he'll forget what name he's given.
Oh no!
So they'll be going, Wallace, and he's sat there thinking, is that me? I don't know. So
When you do like bend over or
yeah, classic. But no, they're not at all a dickhead.
No,
It doesn't even
not a
require
dickhead
any
at all. The
any
girlfriend is a
discussion.
dickhead
Definitely.
for calling him a pathological liar because he gives a different. I just find that so way over the top.
Way over the top.
Like if that's what she thinks a pathological liar is, A, she needs to look at the world long and hard, and B, I don't know, that just seems very manipulative to me.
Yeah.
Of being like, no,
It's
you
not
can't do
like-
that because this makes you this and
it's
this
not like
makes you this.
Starbucks say, and can I have your passport? Prove that that's your name. You know, like it's just,
Yeah.
it's for a coffee. Calm
It's just
down.
like a little quirk that everyone has quirks like that maybe you don't get or you don't understand. You know, Lord knows I have many a quirk that some people would be like, why?
Yeah,
Doesn't make me a bad person.
yeah.
Doesn't make me a pathological liar.
No. Oh boy.
goodness,
So
there
what
you
a
go.
what an episode.
Are they the dickheads? Let us know what
Yeah,
you
let
think.
us know. And
Let
thank
us
you.
know.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Thank you. And if you have any stories that you want to tell or any questions you want to ask, please feel free to let us know.
Yes.
We've got
yes,
Instagram,
definitely.
TikTok, The Works. Give us a subscribe on YouTube.
Definitely
And let
do
us know,
that.
and we
Plenty
will-
more episodes to come.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed this one.
Me
Thank you
too.
so much.
I did
Absolutely
as well.
wonderful. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.